Hello, everybody. This live stream will start in about 15 minutes. We're going to wait for some people around. So, bring whoever is with you for this new debut live stream. Ladies and gentlemen, we're about to start in 5 minutes. So if you're thinking about inviting some people, we'll bring them on. let me get things fixing around, if I may. Is it on? Well, hello. This is my first time in Twitch. First time. I'm not sure what to say about that. Hold on, let me turn off the phone. Streaming in my laptop as a first. So, hello. I want to welcome you all, everyone. It's a good day. You know, just chill. So, let's see. Let me introduce myself. My name is Juan, but you can call me J-Ro if you're cool with it. J-Ro. A bit nervous, you know. The first is the first. So, my birth month is in August. I was born in August, a Leo. As you can see my description, a male Leo. I am born in 2008 of August. So how many days until? I'm thinking I probably need to do a countdown on it, but well, what are some things? Well, first of all, I wonder how's everyone doing? How's your day going? Hopefully it's great. Now that Independence Day has passed over, now that the goal of the United States has achieved 250 years of independence, which is very amazing to me. Very amazing to me. I really want to know. Well, after Independence Day, I did a recording in which right now I am editing it in InShot, and then later I'll be uploading it from YouTube. I do have a YouTube, just so you know. I do play. Sometimes I play games. Sometimes I play games, mostly Roblox. So, my language, apart from that, my languages so far are English and Spanish. I am bilingual. Not only I'm proud to be American, but I'm also I want to support both communities. How important is that, you know? How important is that? Well, very important to me because my parents are Mexican, and you know, my father knows a little English. He does English in listening and understanding. No reading, or he doesn't. Well, he hasn't tried reading or writing yet. But my mother knows a little bit English. You know, some easy parts in English. Some easy parts in English had to be the numbers, the letters, the manners. It involves anything that is easier. anything that's easier. Some water. But well, anyways, so about my family. Along with my parents, I have two sisters. So what do we do in the family? I'm wondering. Hopefully, you might ask that. In the family, I would say not that much, but we go to church every either Saturday or Sunday. This month we're going to different churches because my father is selling raffle tickets and raffle tickets for the new new parish hall is what I say it. They're gonna demolish the old parish hall and then reconstruct a new one. I wonder what's that noise up there. I wonder if you hear it, but so far I really want to be supportive of my family. I'm supportive of mostly the church, but in prayer as well. So let's see. So what is something about likes and dislikes? So here's what I like throughout my life. I mostly like music. Music is a passion to me. Is like one of the most known talents to me. I feel that when I have some kind of music idea, I put into test to create an arrangement. So something that I have mentioned about my family is that my sisters and I, along with my mother, have formed a choir some recent years ago, which mostly we go to Spanish mass. Sometimes we sing in weddings and then 15-year-olds, such as a quinceañera, 15-year. So that's what I like singing the choir. I like math, one of the easy subjects. It had to do with numbers and all. I like socializing in as in like to talk, to check the socials. You know, when someone has many questions, not too much, save them for another day. Socialize. And one thing I want to try, and then I really love to experience with other cultures. I really, because not only I know that in Mexico when they celebrate Independence Day, they have folkloric dances, baile folclórico, if you're familiar with Spanish. What else? Bailes. Other than that, Other than that, let me pick something. Stream marker. Yeah, I'm new to this stuff and probably I'm not familiar with some kind of stuff, but I'll get to there. What else do we have? What is it called? Percussion dances. Percussion offertory. Do we know Aztec dances? Because every year, well, not every year, whenever we get a day close to Independence Day of Mexico, or if it's close to the day of Our Lady of Guadalupe, there's also the Aztec dances. Well, not only the Aztec dances, like what else do we bring? I'm sure we're familiar with the Mexican French battle. I'm not sure. I think the Aztec dance group probably has people like, let's say one dressed as the Aztecs and then the other dressed as the French soldiers, and they do carry the French flag and then the Mexican flag, just because you know what's similar. It's about the 5th of May. Something familiar to me is the 5th of May. But they're still celebrating, you know, their own holidays, their own festive days. So continuing, I like game shows. I'm sure you're familiar with game shows. Mostly, sometimes I would stay up and see Family Feud, Match Game. Well, Match Game happens at in Buzzer. Has anyone heard of the channel Buzzer on the television? And they mostly have Super Password, Password Plus, Tattletales, Match Game. Today, as they mentioned Buzzer, there are game shows that are going global. So let me look at the schedule on Buzzer TV, because I'm more of a game show person than a sports person. Maybe it's because of whoever wins at whatever something. Let's see. A few years ago, I remember there was the old game show called To Tell the Truth. What's My Line? Mostly for me, the famous game show had to be The Price is Right. It started with, I want to mention names though. It started with Bill Cullen, and then Bob Barker. Then when a new show host came, seems that I'm about to forget the new. Not only that, they also got Card Sharks. Probably did not get Slim Sleep tonight. They have Card Sharks. I already mentioned Family Feud. That one game show that they would stream at midnight was the Match Game Hollywood Squares Hour, in which there are two games combined in an hour. One is on the first half is the match game, and then the next game was Hollywood Squares, and then whoever wins Hollywood Squares gets to play the super match. Well, the obvious is obvious. The obvious is that if you match, you go for the money. What else do we have? Because I know there's a lot more games. There's Supermarket Sweep, Sale of the Century. Haven't watched Dog Tales. It's new to Buzzer. Sale of the Century, Supermarket Sweep. What else? Classic Concentration. There's Body Language and Impress Your Luck. I knew that they're the oldies. One day, if I have a lot of followers, I can maybe no, what do you mean maybe? I will do a game show for the people right here. I need to invite some guests though. Apart from game shows, there's gaming. Mostly they play Roblox, Minecraft. I don't have games on my phone. What do I have that I don't have? But there are more games that I have seen. I never heard of Repo. I think, I'm not sure if it has to do something with climbing on a mountain or what is it with killing people? Let's see, what do I have on my device? I have Toca World, which one time I played on with my little sister. I threw the chicken out the balcony. And probably I should have bought a turkey at the store. What else? Crafting. That is also part of gaming. Crafting, mostly Minecraft and what's it called? Craft mini block. Yeah. I always talk to myself whenever, because I want to become a speaker, which would be different from a preacher. Is different from a preacher. It's because It's because their power, everyone has different power. The preacher and a speech talker. I might need to figure out to put it this way. The preacher has something to do with Christianity. Well, the speaker, well, everyone is open to I kind of need to think. Oh, hello. We got Hey Guy 432 here. As I saw, sometimes when I see new people, I don't have nothing to say except something basic. What am I up to, you ask? Let's say I'm doing presentations for game shows. Do you know Family Feud? Because well, there's some versions that I know. Mostly in the present year is with Steve Harvey, and from the what's that noise going on? And then there's who is it? Richard Dawson, one of the Match Game Pals. Now here are my dislikes. Did it crash? Now what are my dislikes? Hopefully we're still in the air. My dislikes, most because throughout my school era, it had to be clowning, them bullies, them fights. Mostly the tattletales, the saying, snitches get stitches. So probably what I'm unsure of is that people will be ignoring, people are concerned if it's truth or a lie. They be lying and stuff. Now, let's see here. Allergies. What is something that allergies? Mostly the runny nose. Because when I get a runny nose, I kind of act funny. Something like an impression of a drunk man. But I wouldn't be a drunk man. I only drink water and sugar drinks. Just that I only drink sugar drinks on weekends, mostly Sunday. Not sure what happened to the computer. I think it froze. But let me check on the other. Did it froze or something? I'm not sure. But I'll be right back and see what the problem is. Second, let me turn back the microphone on. Anyways, as you can see, well, I don't know. Well, if you can see, the computer has crashed, unfortunately. So I'm going to have to move to another device. The solution that I have is that I have my tablet with me. I have my tablet with me here. So now I'm going to check questions. So let's see, 2 questions that Hey Guy 432 told me. That one of the questions is, are you high or just really tired? Well, I'm just tired. Maybe I did not have sleep. I didn't have sleep. because mostly I stay up until 2 or 3 in the morning. I might need to start, well, maybe on some days I will sleep earlier. Maybe at 10. And then the other question was where you're from. So, what good questions and basic questions here. I'm from United States, and if you're asking what part, I'm from Texas, which would be the Lone Star State. Let's see. I'm going to check on my other device here because the laptop is not working as it is. See, you can even hear it. It can echo. Well then, good thing I brought my other device with me in my tablet. What else here? Let's see, access. What is it I need to access? I think I pressed it. Let's see, do I have any questions from you viewers? Oh, there's the tab. It's something says access more tools in mod view. I think I checked that. Anyways, do I have any questions from the chat? From what I say, the assembly or the group? Let's see. I'm gonna have to try this method and I'll be right back. Let me close it and then open it. Does it work? Hopefully it works. What happened? Is it working or not? I'm sorry if you didn't capture it. I'm gonna have to mute the microphone. See if I can try to make it work